YouTuber, basically homeless, made a real-life aimbot that controls his body, and my God, was I jealous. I wanted to do this so bad the whole time I was watching the video. In a recent video, he made a neuromuscular aimbot that uses machine vision to control an EMS TENS machine. That's when you see like the little pads on people that induce electrical impulses that move your muscles. Oh. That's what an EMS TENS machine is. To contract the muscles in his right arm, hand, and trigger finger, that was a really cool part of the video, to help him react and aim in CS2 at inhuman speeds. While the results were a little inconsistent, when everything was working as intended, the aimbot definitely gave him an edge. Especially, no, I'm not going to say what. There's an interesting curve partway through the video that makes it like wildly effective. Very, 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 very interesting. The video is super interesting, so you should definitely watch it, as well as a bunch of basically homeless's other really wild tech experiments. It makes really cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm intentionally not really giving you guys too much here.
Yeah,
but I'm giving you enough of some pretty cool looking wacky stuff.
It's so sick. It's such a cool video.
So the conversation, wait, did you actually like read the doc thing at all, or you just went for it?
I kind of went for it.
Cool.
No, I read the whole doc actually. I didn't read any of the questions.
So the part that I think was missing was that he's using machine vision. No,
I think I said that.
Oh, cool. Our discussion question then is, do you consider this cheating?
Oh, it's definitely cheating.
Well, why? I mean,
because your eyeballs aren't doing the detecting and your finger is not doing the firing.
I mean, your finger is... See?
That's like saying an exoskeleton in football is not cheating.
I mean, anyone can build an exoskeleton.
But you can't bring one into the match.
No.
It's definitely
you don't know that you can't until you try.
He even like memes it throughout the video. It's definitely cheating.
I know,
but it is an interesting conversation,
especially because this is just the beginning.
Yes.
So
the thing that he ends up doing, which again I'm not going to actually say because he deserves your view, so go watch it. But the thing that he ends up doing is like pretty intense and would be a dramatic advantage in like every game. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal. To the point where like if it's less detectable because of this, it's an if,
yeah,
I could see people doing it. Like it's wild. He kind of comes across a way of approaching this that is like wildly effective.
So if you were a streamer and you were playing a video game, and we had no way of seeing if you have like pads and leads hooked up to you, you would consider that streamer to be a filthy cheater.
Yes.
What if they were playing most of the rest of the game on their own? They're throwing their grenades on their own. They're activating their special abilities on their own.
They wouldn't technically have to in all cases.
But
because he did arm movement and trigger finger. You could theoretically, if you're playing like Dota or something, you could machine vision it out so that when you have your mouse properly in position for a skill shot, it like does something. Like it's actually applicable to like every game because it's just reaction time enhancement, and you can just modify the action involved with the reaction time enhancement, and tons of modern games, even tons of old games, are realistically just entertaining reaction time simulators.
Okay, I love this. Avon Fox asks, this is in Floatplane chat, what if they're using it as an accessibility aid?
There are a bunch of accessibility aids that are effectively cheating, yeah.
Okay, but what if they need it? Then is it cheating? Is there a delay? Is there a delay that could be programmed into the chain that you would consider acceptable and not cheating?
Like human average, whatever. That's like a spot where like if you honestly need it, then like my amount of cares go very low. But obviously, I mean, we've known for a long time that there are accessibility controllers that are effectively cheating. Aslan and Fullpin Chat said not in competitive play. That's an interesting angle. But like what Linus is saying is like eventually, if you take accessibility controllers as far as you possibly can, eventually it's just a bot playing the game. If you go all the possible way, which the vast majority of them don't, right? But if you do, that is kind of effectively what's happening.
So, okay, Stay the Path in Float Plane Chat says, okay, why is Linus even playing devil's advocate here? There is no world where this is not cheating.
Sure.
Well, see, that's the thing. I was kind of going somewhere with all of this.
Except there are absolutely...
There are people who believe...
Oh, the enhanced games.
Yep. There are people who believe that we should embrace substance use, various types of doping, and push the human body to its absolute limit, to hell with the consequences. And so, no, I don't actually think it is an entirely bullshit argument for me to say, okay, but hold on a second, like...
There's also chess
where's
leagues
the line?
Where it's just chess computers against chess computers. Like this is a thing, and just most people don't care because it's not very interesting. Yeah. So I think it runs down the same path of like you have to keep the legitimacy of the competition as people and their own natural faculties, because if you go beyond that, then the line becomes too difficult.
But then what about the accessibility question?
Yeah, and then that's where competition gets weird. Because like there are, like as far as my understanding goes, you know how, let's say in running, if somebody doesn't have like legs below the knees, you get those blade things.
Yep.
Really cool.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you couldn't elect to run with those if you didn't need them.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think you can do that. So I don't think you would be able to, as like kind of sucky as this is, I don't think you could just join standard competition and be like, I'm a, what's it called when you have no limbs?
Amputee?
Quadriplegic?
Oh, well, that's no limbs.
And be like, I'm going to compete in Counter-Strike. I'm going to use various assistant aids. By the way, my reaction time is...
Zero. Right.
So have fun, everyone. Like that's not it. As unfortunate as that is, that's not in the spirit of the competition. So it doesn't really work.
Mm-hmm.
The Olympics and Paralympics have the exact same issue. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Paraplegic. Okay.
Well,
sure. My bad.
Well, para would just be legs, though. As far as I understand, I'm not an.
Yeah, it gets tricky, right?
Do you think that if this could be embedded, like in your body and hidden, that there would be people who would be willing to go that far to get good?
Oh, I think you could. Which gets weird. And I absolutely think there would be. I mean, you look at the amount of people cheating while live streaming, and it's like cheating these days is it's
almost its own competition.
Yeah.
It's like who can cheat the best.
Yeah, it's a really wild thing. G-Dub says, and then they play Tarkov. Yeah, cheating is kind of totally run over shooters these days. I mean, Battlefield 6. I don't know if we've talked about that much on WAN show. I don't think we really could have, because I think the beta started last weekend. But Battlefield 6 is in open beta now. And in the first day of Battlefield being in open beta, people were cheating on live servers.
How is that even possible?
Generic ones.
Like, what am I...
It's got really draconian anti-cheat as well.
It does.
It's like kernel level. It's crazy.
And people were still cheating.
Yeah.
Like, this is just... It's a insane industry, and it's a thing that we just have to deal with at this point. And the reason why I'm so frustrated with companies like BSG, the people that make Tarkov, is because they won't include a replay system, because there is no reality where BSG will ever get Tarkov to a point where it's an acceptable level of cheating. There is way too much money behind it for the other side I'm not even talking about the conspiracy stuff where BSG is actually profiting off of it because they ban all the cheaters and the cheaters all buy new accounts and they make money from that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm purely saying that the people attacking, the people making cheats for Tarkov, there's so much money for them in it that BSG is never going to win. And in that case, you have to arm the users, and they're not doing that in any way.
Speaking of arming users, GFreak01 in Floatplane chat says, I could see the military using something like this. There are use cases other than gaming competitions.
Yeah, of course.
So could you foresee, I mean, kind of like what were the Nazis all hopped up on? Amphetamines?
Meth?
Could you see a use case where this becomes part of your
Isn't
sort
this
of onboarding?
sort of already a thing for fighter jets?
That's a good question.
It aims where you...
I don't pilot a fighter jet. This may surprise you, but I am not a fighter jet pilot.
I think
don't
with helicopters, it aims where you look. And I think with the jets, it will like auto prime so that it's ready to fire, but you still have to do the input. I think those are things. Am I wrong?
The helmet aims where you look.
Yeah. Head tracking? No, I know there's head tracking, but I thought it like did something else as well. Like it got, like maybe it spun up but didn't start firing or something.
Dan, do you know a fighter pilot? Seems like the kind of thing you would know.
No.
You don't know a fighter pilot?
I'm Canadian. I only know our 2 military guys in their canoe. That's all we have.
He knows both of them, though.
How you doing, Dave?
Have you ever seen a military canoe? This is a question for like our American and European, Australian, overseas viewers.
Yeah, they might not have.
They might not have actually encountered one. The hull is actually the cedar is quite a lot thicker than a standard canoe. And you need so much strength to paddle that canoe at ramming speed that you can't just rely on like the upper bodies of the occupants of our 2 military officers. You need beavers to, sorry, I can't even keep a straight face.
It's got to be able to withstand an Inukshuk torpedo. You never know what's
The
going to happen.
Sunderland says can't tell if Linus is trolling.
Yeah, we don't keep the sticks on the frozen lake when we're doing military invasions.
Yeah. Normally, you keep the sticks on the ice, you know. But no, look at this. AH-64D, someone posted in Floatplane chat, I lost their name, sorry. But Apache attack helicopter features a nose-mounted sensor turret with target acquisition sight and laser designator. It's doing stuff already.
Look up the fighter jet helmets. They're like $400,000. Crazy.
It's shortening the time between when you would be able to fire,
Right.
Which is, I think, related at least to what we're talking about.
But would you
it's not
see
pulling
them?
the trigger.
Yeah. Would you see them putting a thing in the arm? But at that
think
point,
by
why
the time
bother?
you do
You just
that-
have a drone.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think by the time you do that, you just have a robot. Yeah, I think so. Damn.
Psy90 says, "Don't worry, Linus. Us Europeans will stay ahead of you. Your military canoes with our military bicycles."
Join forces.
Oh my goodness. Anyways,
Who was it who went up against the German panzers with horses again? Who had the last horse-mounted cavalry unit? Horse-mounted cavalry
Poland
unit to fight. Was it the Poles? The last horse-mounted cavalry charge by a U.S. unit apparently occurred during the Philippines, in the Philippines during World War II. Okay, hold on. This is just U.S. World War II, the U.S., Soviets, and Polish armies all employed cavalry with varying degrees of success. I think the one I'm thinking of is the Austrians, and the varying degree of success was pretty low. Poland fought Germany. Oh no, sorry, the Poles. Yeah, sorry, why did I say Austrian? Someone said Austrian in the chat. I think it was the Poles I was thinking of. Yeah, Poland fought Germany with horses and did great, says Funny Hats. Yikes. Oh, hold on a second. Patch in Progress says, noteworthy, the much derided cavalry units of Poland in World War II actually did really well.
I've heard they did great. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, good job.
It was the beginning of World War II is a very weird time. A lot of, I mean, that's sort of true with almost every major war. Is you start with what you've got, and then you go, oh wow, technology is really advanced, and then what happens changes significantly by the end of the war. That's one of the reasons why Ukraine is so interesting right now. Is you saw the whole drone thing that some people have been talking about forever. Some people finally actually like really happen. And everybody's like, oh, wow. And now defense tech is like putting nets on vehicles instead of putting thicker and thicker layers of armor, which is weird.
Yeah. And it's there's also a lot of conversation around domestic manufacturing capacity, because it seems like the next major conflict could basically just come down to who can manufacture the most little lightweight drones.
The being able to make bullets at home argument is now being able to make a small drone and a small explosive.